It's night 6 of 7 nights of Most Haunted Live from Merseyside. I'll see you after this.
As soon as I approached this building, I sensed something. There seemed to be light reflected, but within one of the windows. And as I say, I was aware of a presence outside, so already we've got that overriding feeling that something is here.
Hi guys, we come from North Wales tonight and we feel that we're like Kath, because if we saw a ghost we'd be woo!
Just like to say good luck to Bet and Carl for tonight and really look forward to it.
Most Haunted Live on air right the way through until midnight tonight. We're in Merseyside at St George's Hall. The search for evil continues with night terrors on night 6 this evening. The main investigation gets underway in just a few minutes' time at 9 o'clock. And of course, tomorrow night, the big culmination of this whole investigation, we're searching for demons. Make sure you're watching tomorrow night from 8. Now, every night, our resident medium and psychic artist Brian Shepherd goes to our different locations to look round and make another amazing drawing of where we are going to be each night. Tonight, we are at Biston Lodge, and here's Brian's report.
Here we are today. We've just entered a beautiful hall, Bidston Hall. Just entered through a lovely archway there with the ornamental gates. Walked up the drive. I'm looking at this beautiful building, but you know what? We're here today. We're on our own, and you sense something. I sense people watching, and almost as though some figures appeared from nowhere on steps. So why would that be? Is that a welcome? Is that a friendly welcome? Or is that a warning to stay away? I wonder when these figures are from, the figures that I'm seeing. There's something about it. There's something, a strange, chilling feeling. Yeah, as I say, there's a certain chill about it. There is a darkness about it. I mean, one can't fail to be impressed by the fact that it is a very beautiful looking building in lovely little grounds. But yeah, there's something dark and foreboding about it. As I say, but perhaps later on that will reveal itself. So today's slightly unusual because normally I like to walk straight inside of a building that we're going to investigate, and find a place to sit. And, you know, as you've probably seen in the past, I like to sit and do some interior sketching. Today, however, is slightly unusual, as I said, because as soon as I approached this building, I sensed something. There seemed to be light reflected, but within one of the windows. And as I say, I was aware of a presence outside, so already we've got that overriding feeling that something is here. There's a presence here. So consequently, today, I've stopped and I've done a drawing from the outside. So, as I say, already, I feel a presence. Later on, let's see what we encounter inside.
Shepherd, then, what is that figure by that door, I wonder? Well, it's time for the main investigation to get underway. I'll just leave you with this. Beth from Ambleside on Interactive says, I think the name Judith will be relevant tonight. The team should watch out for her, as I feel she's confused and upset and could be troubling. More on the way. Let's hand over to my very good friend and colleague, Paul Ross.
Thank you, Julian. Well, welcome indeed to Most Haunted Live, the penultimate night of a 7-night investigation. If you've just joined us, you are in for a rare treat, a truly terrifying journey into the night, into night terrors. Now, before I reacquaint you with the team, let me just remind you of what might be in store for them over the remaining 2 nights.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Over 7 nights, the Most Haunted team will attempt to find, name, and bring to the light the most frightening earthly forms that supernatural manifestations of evil can achieve. Do certain unnatural ghostly creatures remain earthbound, trapped in different guises, caught in a twisted spiral of damnation, condemned to live out a continuous loop of shadowy, malevolent existence as poltergeists, apparitions, lost souls, voices from the grave, dark phantoms, and night terrors? We intend to unleash these wraiths of the netherworld as they hang in limbo between our world and the next, and use their power to bring this terrifying search to a frightening culmination with a final night of pure terror, when the team will attempt to drive out the worst of all our most terrible imaginings as we descend beneath the earth to seek out demons. Will our investigation find tangible and horrifying substance as we pursue the search for evil?
And now it's time to meet the trio leading that task to track down those terrifying night terrors. The people who will point through the primeval forest of the paranormal. Make them welcome Yvette Fielding, Carl Beattie and Dr. Kieran O'Keefe. Well, welcome. And first things, what the dickens happened last night? You were frightened, you were at times almost slightly irritable, and then you seemed drunk. What was going on?
I have no idea. Last night was just a huge roller coaster ride. It was really strange because as soon as we got to the location, everybody sort of went into this sombre mood. We all sort of went a little bit quiet. And then at one point during the Ouija board, we all started arguing amongst each other.
Yeah.
And then everybody, even Kieran, at one point felt breathless. You know, I felt my legs were like lead.
Carl started to feel sick again.
Yes,
and
yeah. Everybody at some
vomiting.
point felt something really strange going on in that place. I've also said to Julian that last night, Kath was incredibly brave, but I was too frightened to go to my hotel room. I was so scared because of what happened on the Ouija board.
I think Fred Pat has given you a little
Yes.
amulet of protection, hasn't
Protection.
he, for tonight?
But it's the strongest Ouija board in 8-9 years that we've ever had. To me, that's the most frightening. It's made so much sense. The words are so quick. There's a little light underneath the glass. We can't see the letters round the board until the light hits the letter. But it's going so fast
But whatever
and making
was there,
sense.
and we had that now terrifying name Jake come up again, whatever was there wanted to deal with you directly.
Which is why I'm so frightened. You know, if anybody does a Ouija board, not just once, twice, 3 times in a row every night, and it keeps targeting you, how are you going to sleep? And I'll be honest, I'm having to take the old sleeping tablets, which isn't good for the health, is it?
Well, good luck tonight, Carl. Last night, I was terrified at that moment when Stuart was gazing in the mirror. I wasn't terrified because I saw his face. I was terrified because of his reaction.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him give that extreme reaction before.
And also what you couldn't see on camera was when I got up there, he was freezing cold but shaking like a leaf. I mean, he really was shaking. It was a very firm but very tense. And it's hard to see somebody like that, especially someone you love, of course, but it's very hard to see someone like that.
And Kieran, you were experimenting with infrasound last night, which is a very low-level sound vibration that can change moods. Do you feel that contributed to what happened last night, particularly to some of the mood swings in the team?
Not everything, but there were certain aspects. So if you tease out some of them, certainly the depression and the quite low feeling that people had, that could be attributed to infrasound. There was also a certain point where a few people saw shadows out the corner of their eye. That could possibly be the infrasound. And significantly, if it's on for a duration and you suddenly stop it, you can get a dizzy feeling, so perhaps that explains it. But remember also, there are a lot of other experiences that were happening when the